Hello everyone, Assalamu alaikum, good evening. You are tuned in Revive FM 94.0 where the heart of the Newham community beats. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment and share. My name is Ishrat. This is my first time hosting.
Hey.
Welcome Khadija and Mariam.
Thank you.
Would you guys like to introduce yourself as well?
Yeah, I'll go first. So my name's Mariam. I'm also a member of Naiza. I'm the newest member, and I'm currently in university in my final year studying Spanish and comparative literature.
I'm Khadija. I'm the founder of Naiza. I just graduated from uni. So yay!
Big achievement.
And yeah, that's what that means.
Just graduated. That's what you need to know.
Nothing else right now.
I'm also in the same uni as Mariam and Khadija as well. I'm also in my third year though. Okay, so how is everyone? Enjoying Ramadan so far?
Alhamdulillah, really good. Yeah.
Ramadan's been going very nicely.
Yeah.
How many did we have to?
That's a
It's
good
the 11th
question.
day,
Yeah.
12th day, depending
Yeah,
on
one of those.
the
Maybe you guys know
yes.
better, but yeah,
Yeah.
11 or
Anyway,
12.
everyone, Ramadan Mubarak.
Yeah,
And
Ramadan Mubarak, everyone.
really excited about Eid.
Yeah. Do you already have your Eid outfits planned, guys?
Not yet, no.
I have to do shopping, but anyway.
Do you have yours planned?
No, I don't. But I feel like so much people already have theirs planned, and I'm there like I've not thought that far ahead. Yeah.
Everyone's been sending it, and I'm just like,
I just want to enjoy this Ramadan. We'll think of clothes after.
I'm a little bit nervous though, but of course. Okay, guys. So I have a question.
Yes.
Have you guys ever fast during Ramadan except England?
No,
I've
only
haven't.
ever spent it in England.
Oh, actually, I should say I
Right.
did do my first
Oh.
Ramadan in Spain during my study
Oh,
abroad year. Yeah, I
yeah.
spent it in Spain. It was definitely a good experience because, again, you get to meet lots of different
Yeah.
people. Obviously, where I was, there wasn't a lot of Muslims there. So, obviously, you did kind of feel that a bit. But I think overall, it's just been, alhamdulillah, it's just really good. I think because the time difference is like an hour, I feel like it was definitely more manageable. But this time it was kind of just like I had to do it like myself in my room, like suhoor. And then iftar, sometimes I did manage to go to the mosque and eat with everyone, but other times it was just like
Is it
you just
really
made
pretty?
it. And then I think it's just quite small because again, there's a lot of Muslims. So it was just quite small, but alhamdulillah, there was like a mosque. So that was the main thing really.
Did you feel like a difference with it? Like, did it Ramadan have a different vibe to it compared to like when you did it in England?
I feel like definitely different, but also I feel like the people definitely made it. So with my friends, I did have Muslim friends, but also friends who weren't Muslim. So they were really understanding about Ramadan, but sometimes they would forget that I was fasting. So they'll just be like, oh, do you want to go out for lunch? I'm like, no, I'm fasting. So it got to the point my friend had to write the word Ramadan on her arm just so she could remember, don't ask me anything food related. But like when it was Eid, she did kind of wish me like Eid Mubarak, and we ended up just having a nice dinner. She was even like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get you something as well for doing Ramadan in Spain. I'm there like,
so
that's
were
so
you there for like
nice.
Ramadan and Eid as well in Spain?
Yeah, so everything in Spain. Yeah.
And then she was there for like a year because she did a
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're learning as well.
Yeah,
so,
yeah,
like,
yeah,
you're, like,
exactly.
getting-
So I think pretty much I did still go uni during Eid, but I still went to the Eid prayer, and and that's how I ended up meeting some other friends as well. And then even I managed to spend the morning with them. They were giving food, so I just spent a chill morning with them. So definitely really a cool experience to have. So yeah, I realized that I have had a different Eid. Yeah.
That's
Got
quite
it.
nice though,
How about
honestly.
Khadija? Just in
No,
the-
I've only ever spent it here. Actually, I did spend one.
Everything's
Okay.
just coming.
Yeah.
Well, I don't really remember it because I was like in Pakistan and it was like when I was a kid. And I was so young that I wasn't even allowed to fast.
Oh,
But I
yeah.
used to try to like sneaky stay up and like go in the room like, oh, I'm randomly awake. I should have missed and fast with you guys. But my mum was like, no, it's like way too hot here. Like, and I was really little as well, so we're like, you can't fast. Like, you should have to yourself. And then
Yeah.
so I don't really remember it, but I think I did have one of them. But like
Aw.
all of the ones I remember are in English.
Yeah. What about you, Ishrat?
Yeah.
For me, I think I have like a vast different experiences of doing fasting in Ramadan. The thing is, I relate with you and you both as well because in Bangladesh, when I was like really old, with like 19, I came here when I was 19.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, your rules are for you the time when you are what 14, 15. I
Like, it
think.
depends, but like maybe 11, 12, 13.
Yeah,
It all
I
depends
think-
on the individual person.
Yeah, maybe. So the thing is, it was so hot in Bangladesh. So I tried to keep all of it, but the highest that I could was 21.
Yeah.
So I couldn't fast all of it because of other reasons as well. But then
Yeah.
again, I couldn't like fast all of it out of just the heat and everything in the school and stuff. But in here, it's so nice. Alhamdulillah. I love fasting in here. So basically, of course, Bangladesh is just typical, like how I grew up. That's how I'm fasting, stuff like that. But then when I came in England, it was amazing. Nice weather and everything. It's my third is it third or my second Ramadan in England?
Oh,
I don't know.
wow.
You came?
2022. I think it's my third
Wow,
Ramadan.
yeah, because you're in third year now and you came for
Yeah,
first
I
year.
think so.
This
Yeah,
is
so
your third.
this is my
Wow.
third
Yeah.
Ramadan. Yeah.
That's crazy.
So out of the other circumstances, I kept all of my fasting in these 2 years, and inshallah, I'm planning to do all of this as well.
Inshallah.
I was in Albania like a week ago.
Oh,
My
wow.
full Ramadans were there, and I think it was amazing because like I can't talk about Albania much. The country is 93% Muslim, and they fast. And they're so nice to me. When I was in a hotel, they gave me suhoor out of the syllabus of the food thing, out of the schedule. They gave me suhoor.
Yeah.
And then also, as I was fasting, my colleague that I went with, she requested if I can take the breakfast as my iftar, and they gave me separate boxes
Oh,
to carry
yeah.
the food.
That is so
I
nice.
know.
though.
And I think
Yeah.
it's just like an hour more than London, so which is like typically just the same. It doesn't really affect it. And I was just traveling, so I didn't really get like the whole of the time. So
Yeah.
3 different. Oh, actually, I
Yeah.
fasted on Saudi Arabia when I was
Oh,
doing Umrah.
really?
Yeah, they write it in the script because I just remembered like, yeah, I did my fasting in Saudi as well.
That's so
Oh,
cool.
so 4 countries.
Yeah, we
Wow.
oh Allah, how could I forget this one? We were fasting all together in like the haram, everyone sitting
Yeah.
together. Then kids, we got food from other people as well.
How old were you?
I was good question, maybe like
Ages ago.
it was like roughly 7 years ago.
Wow.
So not that young or not that
Yeah. So you were
old.
like
14.
around 14,
something,
15,
14,
something-ish.
15. So
Wow.
Yeah.
Which one? What was your favorite?
I was
would
literally
say
gonna ask
Saudi.
that.
Yeah, now that I remember it, it was so peaceful. I would say Saudi.
Yeah.
And every day the iftar was just not iftar. It was like kepsa. It's a thing like chicken and beef. They all, even we didn't use plates. We used to have this thing. Wow, so many things that I remember right now. It's not even in the script. So it's basically, we used to have this foil paper thingy structure, but they were super like a little bit thicker than the foil paper. We used to spread it all together, and everyone used to sit together, in like down. And it's also sunnah to eat without tables and chairs like down, that.
Yeah.
Guys.
Oh,
So
okay.
all of us sit together, like this side men's and this side women's, and we used to eat in that foil-like structure. It was clean, and then after we finish it, we like wrap it and then just throw it. No plates, no nothing. It's just all together.
That sounds really busy.
Yeah.
Wow.
I feel like, when you
mashallah.
see so much people do like Umrah, they go Saudi, you see like the videos and the pictures, you're just like, I need to go, that the sun sets and everything, it would just seem so nice, inshallah.
Yeah, inshallah. Allah gives everyone a chance to see Kaaba before they die. Inshallah. So, okay, guys, let me ask you about what you've been doing like the whole day in Ramadan. Like, what's your routine?
Oh, good question.
Yes, I mean, I've been working a lot during Ramadan this year. Before I had uni, so I wouldn't like work those days, but I'd be doing like 9 to 6 like shifts, like 9 o'clock to 6 o'clock shifts, or 8 to 5 shifts and stuff. And obviously that's when like it's iftar time then. So like for me, I'll do like sahur with the family, and then I work the whole day. And and then I have no build up to iftar. So like the hour before you you sit down, you might be like the stuff, like there's no build up, and then it's like I don't even come home until afterwards. So like I come home like 2 hours after iftar as well, and by then as well I'm so tired. So this year's Ramadan's been a lot different. I mean, only for the last couple of months, but it's been so different. Compared to like I normally have like a set structure and routine, which we could talk about later. But they're but not this time. So it's a bit weird. And it's like, I don't feel like Ramadan because it's not the typical Ramadan I normally have.
Definitely. I think for me, I've just mainly, obviously, I still go uni, so I pretty much had that. But you know how before Ramadan, you always have these goals and these habits you want to try kind of like include. So I think I've been trying to kind of get into the habit of doing tahajjud and even doing the adhkars as well, because you know how you see so much people put in their routine and you want to do it yourself, but like you just end up either forgetting it or it just slips your mind, so you never end up doing it. So literally Ramadan comes coming was like, this is the perfect chance for me to do everything I said you said you wanted to do, but you didn't end up doing it. So alhamdulillah, I did manage to start doing that. So I think mainly I've just been focused on uni, again, trying to look for those grad schemes, because you have to pretty much start applying for like jobs early to be able to have something when you finish uni. So I think pretty much I've just been focused on that and just spending sehri and iftar with the family. I think even though sometimes I do have long days, I always try to like get home by iftar. And I think that's how I don't end up going out with like friends as much as I normally would do, because obviously, you know, if it's Ramadan, you want to spend time with family, you want to spend time like in worship and stuff. So I've just, whenever I do have friends, they sometimes go out for iftar and stuff. Sometimes I do, but then most of the time I would just kind of just stay at home, just stay with family. I'll be like, well, after Ramadan we do a nice catch up and sure.
For me, this thing is like mostly I give commitments to like maybe one group in a week. I'd be like, okay, you guys want to have a Ramadan? Like I have different friend groups, you know. So I'd say like all of you, we're having iftar today, so like together, because we also have a show and stuff. So it's like work and then iftar. So it's like one day in a week. And then maybe in another group, I'd say like, okay, I can have iftar with you like another week. So it's like maybe 4 times in like in a whole month. That's all. Otherwise, I normally do with my family. But most of my iftars are with my colleagues, because I've been working. And alhamdulillah, so nice people in the management. They give us like half an hour break, half an hour we rest, and then the half an hour we break our fast. Normally we finish our breaks at like what, 6ish? No, sorry, the 4ish or highest 5. But they would let us go like 6ish when we break our fast. So they're super nice about it. So I really love it. But one thing I want to say is like, it's a funny thing basically. So I'm not gonna say the name of the app or anything. There's like one app that's for the Muslims where you can like, you know, track. You have tasbih, you have Quran, you have like stuff of Quran. I mean, the app is more or less now is like a little bit under fire because of your like whatever, you consent to it and they take your information. So I downloaded this app for my daily, you know, like I want to finish like reading one surah at a time. So like 30 days I can finish like 30 surahs, something like that. So but then when I downloaded it, I did the tasbih sometimes, and I did try to read Quran, but it started like asking for my consent. I was like selecting actually like deselecting everything. There's like safe preferences, but they won't let me do it. So it's like my routine of a thing that I thought that I'd read tasbih or Quran or anything, that really didn't happen, because like I've been traveling. I do want to carry a Quran or something like that with me, but I'm not clean all the time, you know. So I can't. So it's just like me doing zikr all the time, or like, and Shaitan is not in here right now, but still it's in my head. Sometimes I miss my prayers. I should or not. But I should pray all the time. I did pray today. Alhamdulillah. So it's like I've been keeping up with the praying and tasbih.
Nice.
More or less, that's good. I would like to start reading Quran again. So
Inshallah. I think there is a website called Quran.com. I think I recently saw it. I think on there it's like you can read the Quran, and then also it has like it translates like Arabic words. So you can click on like a word in the verse and it'll translate it. And it has like a tafsir as well, so you can literally like study the surah. There's a section where you can write like notes and reflections. This is just free promo for the website. But it is. It's called Quran.com. If you just search it up, you can literally just do
anything that doesn't take my information, I'm fine.
It doesn't take your information. I think you can register, but I think pretty much you can just like use it without having to do all that.
And there's like a bunch of apps as well, so when you don't have Wi-Fi or signal, you can just open up.
I had one of this app, but it was like, I don't know if it was Bangladeshi based app. I don't know. I don't think there's any app that Bangladesh like relatively made for like Quran and something. But I did have it on my phone. The only thing that was working was like the measurement of the Qibla. After I came here, so I had to like just delete it. Nothing else was really working for me.
That's so weird.
That's just the only time that I could use it, but now it's not. I mean, I'll start again, inshallah.
Inshallah.
So guys, what do you mostly like to eat when you break your fast? Off-topic question.
Good question.
Oily or fruits or something?
I was always like obviously starting off with a date, and then like pink milkshake. What's that called again? Like
Oh, the pink thing.
Yeah.
Pakistani people made me drink it. So good.
It's so good. Like I feel like it's a Ramadan tradition.
It's maybe wafsa, milk,
And it's
and
have you tried
What
it?
is
I think
it?
we discussed it.
Was it
You
Falid or was
should
it different
let her-
No,
thing?
not Falida.
Ah,
It was
okay.
like
Yeah, no.
raw afsa. So it's like
What's I've
My
heard of
auntie
it.
made that as well at
Yeah,
home.
she did.
Yeah.
She
First
made
time I
it.
drank it, what it was, Khadija took me to an iftar in a masjid. That
Yeah.
was
Oh,
the
yeah.
first time I drank 3
Next door.
glasses.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Each time I need more.
No, and
Oh, it's like a rose drink. It's like a
it's
juice or
it's like
something.
rose water, but it's not really rose water.
yeah, you do. I
Okay.
think wafza makes it like taste like a little bit of rose water.
Yeah, but basically some people call it rose water, but then they say it's not rose water as well. I need to find out what it actually is, but it's just like tasty. And you can put like chia seeds and like all things
Oh, wow.
inside
So it's
it
like a
as well.
smoothie kind of thing. Or is
It's
it?
basically like
Okay.
sweet milk.
Oh,
Yeah.
When you
oh,
drink it,
interesting.
it's like
Yeah.
There is a sweet milk.
Like a
Oh,
sweet
yeah,
milk.
okay.
yeah, like rosy.
I don't really drink milk like at
Yeah,
all, but
I'm the
the
same as
feeling
well.
really was like it was not even smelling like milk.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
like a transport.
Yeah, I don't really like the smell of milk. That's why I don't drink milk.
Yeah.
Oh really?
Yes, yeah. I
Oh.
should start drinking milk because
Yeah,
I'm
it's
having
good for you to
calcium
be fair.
deficiency.
Oh,
yeah, drink
I
the
feel,
milk.
yeah, my
Capital.
iron is
Next meeting, just give it a whole glass of milk. Be like,
Yeah.
yeah, you're having that
Oh,
first.
Please,
You
yeah.
have milk.
Tell me the recipe, Khadija. I would like.
It's so
Yeah,
easy. Yeah,
okay.
you literally just get the thing, put it in milk.
Recipe.
Yeah.
Just pack a powder cup and then you're done.
Yeah, like as if you just pour it into it and mix.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then after that, my mum always says you have like it's like a thing that you have to finish your food, so like
Yeah.
you get nutrients,
Mm.
and
Yes,
then like
yeah,
after that it's like whatever you want.
Yeah.
Normally you eat so much, so like it's so easy to just like gobble up everything or
Yeah.
like and have like
Yeah.
so much dessert. So
I
this
know.
yeah, I really try to like eat like healthier if
Yeah,
not
that's good.
Yeah,
Of course,
so yeah, that's my routine.
How about you, Mom?
I think for me, it's like, I think I always have dates with it. Firstly, like my
Yeah.
parents always make it a habit to
Yeah.
buy dates and we
Oh,
always end up
yeah.
having that.
Yeah.
But I think for me, it's always, I always have Nigerian dishes when I'm at home. Like literally, I think in the beginning, I always literally just grew up on Nigerian dishes to the point that when I got to school, everyone was all just talking about the British foods and stuff. And I'm there like, no clue what
I
that is.
know.
But yeah, I think pretty much I always just have a good Nigerian dish, samosas, just like a little mini
Yeah.
feast kind of thing.
I have a question for you. Is
course.
fufu a Nigerian dish?
It is, yeah. You can have it with egusi,
What's
okra. Egusi, how do you explain it? It's just like it's like powder. I can't
Okay.
explain it, but basically it's like you add. It's like vegetables. It's like
Okay.
spinach, and then you add like some like
Like ladyfingers
Yeah.
and everything.
not lady fingers. It's just like It's just like vegetables, really. It's like a type of stew you have.
Do you
but
eat
yeah.
like chicken with that as well?
Yeah, you can have chicken, meat,
Please invite me
fish,
once I
anything
really
like
eat
that.
that. Yeah.
We'll just bring some in
Yeah.
next time for you
Yes,
guys.
please, next time I would love to have it.
Yeah.
Because I see people have it. What is a fufu? Is it
Fufu is just like it's like dumplings, I'd say. I would say it's the equivalent
Oh.
of dumplings. Like you dip it in stew and then you just have
or
it like
it's like
that.
basically the Korean rice cakes that they just make it by smushing and then
Yeah.
you just chew it. So okay.
Yeah, there you go. New thing to try
Yeah.
next time.
Yeah, I've been spinning my chili. I really wanted to try some.
Yeah, I feel like so much of my
Yeah.
friends have
Yeah.
all just
Never
been
done
saying, I
that.
want to try Nigerian foods.
Yeah,
Like,
I
would
yeah,
love
of
to try
course.
Nigerian
We
food.
need to.
Yeah.
I think, yeah.
Yeah, of course. We'll definitely do like a mukbang where we just try everyone's
Yeah.
dishes.
Really, I'm gonna be so proud.
Yeah.
Oh, we're fasting.
Oh,
Okay. Sorry.
This is
No.
the food
No,
for
my
me.
Oh no,
Yeah.
my belly's gonna make sound. Sorry guys. Okay. Okay. So do you guys have any tips for people who are fasting?
Ooh, that's a
Good
good
one.
question.
Yeah. Wanna go first?
I feel like tips are faster. I think first day is always the hardest.
Mm.
And yeah, I think first day is always just the hardest. So you always just kind of have to just have that prepared. But I think it's just the case for me, it's just like either you're the type of person who where if you keep yourself busy, you don't really think about fasting like that. Or if it's like the type where it's like you don't really want to do so much activities, you want to focus on fasting and obviously the cleansing. I think it's just like spending time with yourself, spending time doing like little acts of worship. Because literally, I think it's like every effort is always just kind of seen and it's always just kind of noticed. So I think it's just like make the most of it while you can. So I think I'd just say your face. That's why I was just like, whoa.
Sorry guys.
We went a bit deep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good. I think for me, Ramadan tip would definitely be a schedule. And I think I see it's like every time you ever have, what's your tip? I
Yeah.
always say schedules, but honestly, I think it's super duper helpful, especially in Ramadan. Like if you like kind of prep everything beforehand so that you can manage to, like, you know, if you want to finish the Quran during Ramadan, like, you know, okay, so this day I'm going to read this much, and then this day I'm going to read up to here, and like and you know, just like, especially because everyone works, or you have like uni, like, and like, oh sorry, I'm so tired. Like, you have uni, or you have work, or
Just
you have
hold on.
both.
Yeah. Hold on.
Yeah. Like, you have everything, and then it's a bit like hard to, I feel like, make sure you set that time out. For example, I remember during like 1 year, I was like my favorite schedule. Like, Ramadan that year was such a productive year for me, but it was also kind of like the year where I didn't have like going like on as much as now. But I would basically, like, it would be so it would be basically, I had two routines. So one was my exam routine. So it was like, Sahri, right?
Yeah.
So after Sahri, it would be like, that time would be like, actually, no, I'm not going to say my Sahri because I don't think I have enough time. I'm going to say my non-exam routine. Yeah. So basically, it would basically be like, from like Sahri, you'd wake up, you eat Sahri, you're reading a little bit of the Quran then. But then, because I had school, I would do like, the rest of my day would be so like school based and like homework based and everything. But I would give myself like a set deadline. So it would be like, I think it was 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock then. I can't remember. I think it was 4.
Yeah.
So class school would finish and I like do something, and then I would give myself up to 4 o'clock to finish all my homework and finish like everything that I had, if it was feasible, but I would do it. And then it would basically be like Asr time around then. So then it would be like, after then it would be like Asr, and then after Asr I had like a 1 hour class that I would do, I would go to, and it was like, it was such a nice class. I would say as well, like, if you can sign up to like Islamic gatherings or like some cycles and stuff, like, generally it was so helpful. Like, me and my whole family would sit down and like listen to that class and stuff. And then after that, it would be like Maghrib time, and then it would start thing, and then you kind of get the gist. Like, once I set my schedule like that, every single day, I think I had the right medium between like religious stuff and school stuff. And yeah, so that was my routine.
Wow.
And it was super helpful. And I got a lot done. And I wish every year that I can go back into a set routine like that. But it's a lot harder when you have like
other stuff
classes
you're
and
doing. So
everything.
it's just,
But this year I have tried like very, very, very hard to do that. And alhamdulillah, some days I do, and other days I can't, because it's like I come home like that, like 8, 9, and it's like hard. But so my little
routine thing. How about you, Mariam?
Routine is a good question. I think for me, if you go to like school or uni, you pretty much have to build it around that. So I think it's just, you just really get like your mornings and your evenings to yourself. So I think, I think basically my morning would be, obviously you wake up for suhoor. My dad would always wake everyone up, like either my parents or like we'd always just set alarms. We wake up together. We'd have suhoor together, and then we'd pray. And then obviously, I think naturally that you go back to bed, because obviously, you know, you're just a bit like, I want that extra sleep.
Totally.
I think for me, I try stay up, because obviously, you know, there's more blessings if you like stay up during the morning. But then naturally, I just end up being like, you know what, let me just have a little quick nap just to boost yourself for the day. But then it doesn't always happen where you end up feeling awake. You're just a bit there like, I don't want to get up. I just want to just stay in bed. So I think, again, I just go to uni, and then obviously I come home. I think pretty much by then it'll be close to iftar. So obviously it's pretty much just a preparing for iftar, and then you just spend that time with your family. So I feel like it's just really nice just having, despite obviously having a busy day, just having those mornings and evenings set out for you, just so you spend that time at home and everything. So I think pretty much my routine's just pretty chill, really, unless obviously I have plans with friends, but most likely I always just focus on just staying at home, really, because literally it's just a bit like, it's just more nicer, just relaxing, really.
But I feel like it's a lot easier to, like, when you're at home, everything's much more in your control.
Yeah.
When you're out, it's like, before you know it, hours go past, and you're just like, oh my God. And it's like, The last thing is what I really, really wanted to go back to, like, the mosque, like, doing me, and I can't really, because every year, like, I would go. But
I think our friends as well, they always go to the mosque to like do tarawih and stuff. But obviously, like, I would have loved to go as well. But obviously, I think for my parents, they're a bit like, it's late at night to be going, and we don't really drive, so it would have been, you take public transport. So it was just a bit like, let's just kind of stay at home. We just kind of do it. But I feel like inshallah one day, like, I feel like if you prayed in the mosque, I feel like it'll just be like different vibes and everything.
I like, sometimes I haven't gone this year yet, but like when it just feels different when you go to, like,
I can imagine,
because everyone's having the same, like, you know, same thing as you. So it's really nice.
For me, I think it's just because I have work and then uni and then some personal life. So which really should have been like the first thing to consider, like personal life and then everything, but I can't really give up on two of those. So I feel like I normally give alarm, but my sister-in-law would just come up and then little poke me.
She's like, wake up.
Yeah, I should wake up. And sometimes when I come back from work or when I'm really, really tired, I just freshen up and then I just sleep because for me to get up in city. But normally when I'm at home, I would just tend to just sleep without doing my dinner because if I do my dinner, there's no point that Isha is getting up. She's dead. Like she's dead. So that's how I keep my like stomach empty so that I can wake up to sahri. But it's still not to also do your sahri. And some people do not really eat and they just do dinner and then sleep. But that's not really the way. You should have sahri. It was made for a reason. Yeah, and also sahri is made for more or less you wake up, do your like normally people don't really wake up in Fajr, they just sleep. But when you do your sahri, you do have this thing in mind that like I have to get freshen up, do my Fajr prayer and then sleep. So which is one of the reasons as well. So I'd say like for me, I get up just for maybe the prayer or like a little bit because I didn't do my dinner. If I do my dinner, I'm gone. But that time, like that day when I'm not fasting without my sahri, it becomes really hard for me.
Definitely.
But one really suggestion that I would give people is like do not have anything sour.
Yeah.
Like yesterday what happened. I'm really fond of sour things, like super sour things. I had like tamarind with water and then lemon squeezed in it.
Gave me
With some
something at yours that was like that. It was so sour. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, even Naiza loves sour things, but she was like just flabbergasted.
Yeah, because I didn't expect it. I was like, it looks like whoa.
Yeah, and then she was like, no, this is gonna be hot. But the thing is, the tahine or the tahine, I think people say the tahine is like the red thingy, the red paste. Yeah. So what? Oh my god. Okay, no. So when you put that thing, it's like it looks like it's chili, but it's not. So it's basically super sour. Yeah, no. She was my god. Khadija was super scared to take it.
I was like, this looks spicy, but I'm like, she doesn't spicy.
Yeah, no,
yeah, we'll trust her.
Yeah, I was like, what is she giving me?
Yeah,
She wouldn't tell me.
and then like my niece, she made it for herself, but then I saw it and I was like, I have to drink it. And then I took like a whole bowl of it, and then the whole night I was just thirsty. I was drinking water, going to the toilet like 1,000 times.
Oh my god.
But then I was like, nah, I'm not doing it while like I'm fasting. I rather like do it in my dinner. That's all. During that time, food time, I'm not doing it.
I feel like that's like with chocolate as well. Like whenever I have chocolate or like sweet stuff, I just get so thirsty. Like I just have to have like a massive glass of water after that. I don't know why. I feel like I don't know. I think apparently my friend said it's something to do with the salt that makes you thirsty. But yeah, that's my thing.
I mean, like, there's a thing like people. I used to like, when you wake up for cereal, you're so tired. I used to just make cereal.
Oh, really?
That's so bad for me.
Really?
Like, so I'm gonna stop doing that.
Cereal would be good though. I think normally it's always like you have porridge, yogurt, all that stuff and everything.
I like cereal, but especially the ones that's with honey.
Nice.
Yeah, like it's a cereal but that's like honey on top.
Yeah.
So I don't like milk, as I say. I just take it like.
So you did just have the actual. Do you think they're good snacks though?
I finished that within like a month. It's done.
Oh, wow.
It's done in a month. Like the whole big packet, it's just done because I really like it. I really love it. Okay, guys. So like a final question: do you feel stronger to Islam in Ramadan than any other month? And do you have anything that you have from Ramadan that you will try to keep practicing in every day in your life?
Wow,
that's a very good question. Well done, Ishra.
I made this question though. It was written whatever in it. I don't know who wrote it.
Well, whoever it was, well done, you guys.
I did a good question, so answer it.
Wait, what?
We were literally saying good question.
Yeah, but two, so I can't.
It's basically one question.
Sum
up and give any answer. So it's like, do you feel stronger to Islam in this Ramadan than any other months? And do you want anything that you have learned from the Ramadan that you want to keep practicing in everyday life?
Yes. So I would say, the question.
I love how you
started.
You have to
Come on.
That's it. You have it.
So 100% yes. I do feel like I definitely do feel closer to Islam during the month of Ramadan. Mainly because I feel like obviously everyone's Muslim, everyone does, but I feel like everyone puts such an extra focus in Ramadan. Like I would meet friends or like just texting, and everyone's like, oh, I'm about to like go pray, or I'm about to go pray extra prayers, or I'm
Yeah.
about to go like read the Quran now. And I was just like, watching your company, and this is something that's like just so important in general as well. Your company around you is super duper important because they influence you subconsciously and consciously. Like there'll be times where I don't even like naturally I might start acting like you, or I start acting like you, but I'm like, oh, like that's not me, because that's what Mariam does. Or it's like it's just that normal influence that kind of comes. So during Ramadan, like being surrounded by like people who are just like 100% focused on Islam and like reading the Quran and like praying and like doing all these extra things, it's just like it just motivates you.
Yeah, you
like,
want to kind of be like that and do those as well.
Exactly. Like even if you do it normally as well, it's like see everyone do it, you kind of just feel the energy, like you're like you just automatically like just do more because everyone around you is doing it and it's like positively influencing you. Or you might like what I specifically love is just having Islamic conversations.
Yeah.
So like I would have like loads of conversations about my dad or like with like random like Muslim friends. I'd be like, oh like it could be like a really random topic, and then you will sit there for hours or like on the phone as well with my friends and say discussing topics. And those like happen obviously throughout the year, but during Ramadan, like it just happens a lot more.
Yeah.
So, but then like, so this is one of my favorite parts about Ramadan is like everyone's just on the same page and stuff.
Like more into Islam than
exactly. Like, because everyone kind of have to force it, like doing Ramadan. Like,
like the first week is like forcing, but generally the third, fourth, fifth week, second, third, fourth week, it just comes naturally.
Exactly.
But how about you?
I feel like I'd agree with you. I feel like Ramadan's the time where like everyone all sees it as the chance to just kind of come back and just do that acts of worship you never end up doing. And even, you kind of just feel more comfortable to have Islamic conversations with your friends. Not that obviously you don't want to, but it just doesn't come up. So I have one friend in particular. I feel like, how it's just like you normally get on, you'll just talk about your daily life and stuff. But the first time, I think it was like the day before Ramadan or when it was Ramadan, we were literally having the whole Islamic conversation where we were talking about our goals and how she was saying, oh, don't worry, we'll learn like a surah together. And I'm like, and we were both just saying, this is the first time we've actually kind of like talked about Islam in that way. You don't normally do that. So I feel like, again, Ramadan literally was just like the one thing you needed just to kind of bring you closer. And especially, how you see on social media where you just see all the Islamic reminders, you see all the quotes and the verses. I feel like just seeing them at the time of Ramadan, it just makes you feel that much more closer because it's just like you're kind of just in that environment where it's just like you're learning more about Allah, you're learning more about the prophets. So I feel like it's literally just always, it's just so nice because it's just like you get extra good deeds just for making more of an effort or even just doing like what you would do, but it's just maximized. So you literally just feel that motivation just to keep on going and doing as much as you can. And I think one thing that always stands by me is that obviously during Ramadan, what you do during Ramadan is what you're capable of doing the whole time. So it's just literally you don't think you can. You're there like, oh, this is getting in the way, I have to do this. But literally Ramadan is just you do it because it's like you have to do it. So I feel like that's one thing I'll take away with me, just that you're capable of kind of doing all those things, like waking up for Fajr, doing the extra du'as, doing the extra Sunnah praise. Like you're capable of doing all of it, but it's just it's just making that effort to do it. And I think it's like you always find it hard to start, but it's just a bit like you just have to just do it and then it'll just come to you, really.
That's
really hard thing that she said. I'm thinking about it. I mean, yes, for me, I think the thing that I would answer the second question fast, actually. What is the one thing that I would like to take from Ramadan to everyday life is don't swear. Even if I try, I would instantly remember I'm fasting. If I don't know, I think most of the people of our viewers do know that I'm a little bit angry, like not angry. I mean angry, but like a little bit bad mouth it. Something like that. I mean, I would just turn a normal conversation into something really weird, saying a stupid word. But I normally in Ramadan, the first Ramadan, I think the one that I spent with Khadija, she has to remind me every second when I'm fasting. Oh Allah. Oh, but today I didn't, right? See, I did try to do something weird, but I stopped myself. And then yes, the thing that of course nowadays we can explain people like it's our obligation to do it, like pray. We have to go pray. We have to break fast and stuff like that. But I think everyone, even in our workplace, in our university, and everywhere we go, people should know we're Muslims. This is engraved in our everyday life. It's not just Ramadan.
Yeah, and on
So they would,
sorry.
no. Of course,
I was gonna say go off topic again.
no. Of course, it's fine.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, everyone around us should know everyone's religion, and they should let us do everything. Now that my workplace give us, it's not that they're just giving me a chance to do it because it's Ramadan. They let us do pray and everything. So I think everyone should learn. Ramadan is just a month to earn extra rewards.
Yeah.
Every month we have this thing going on, praying 5 times daily. Even if we want, we can fast during all the months, right? So I think this one thing we should carry on. At least I should carry on. And then the urge of like reading the Quran, I do want to do it like all the time, but then I'm like, I'll do it after.
Yeah.
But now in here it feels like I have to do it. I think this one I should keep in my daily life. So yeah.
That's what I like about Ramadan. I feel like you build really good habits from Ramadan,
Yes.
and then like as the months go on, you might like kind of like lose the habits, or you might get busy with other things that you kind of like, you know what I mean. But then when Ramadan comes, you're like you have to build up those habits.
Definitely.
It's like a refresh.
Totally. And one more good now that you've said good habits, I would say like always trimming your nails, clipping your nails is a good habit. I tell people, okay, sometimes maybe people will look into my pictures, they would just zoom in and might be like, she has big nails, long nails and stuff like that. But this is not also right. We should keep clipping our nails and keep it clean all the time. In Ramadan, I stopped keeping nails. It's just super small, so that when I do my wuzu, I don't like leave any place that's left. You know what I mean? So yeah, I think good habits. And then no swearing, prayers.
Got this.
I think
just make the most of it while you can, really, and then just like just go. But I think also important thing as well, quickly, don't push yourself to like do everything, because you always want to say, I want to do this, but realistically it's just like just do what you can, and then that's it, really.
Ramadan burnout. Like I've never like I think sometimes during Ramadan, some people they can't do everything and they want to, so it kind of demotivates.
Yeah, definitely.
I wish like I could do more, or like sometimes when like you can't pray or you can't like do anything in Ramadan, like it's just suddenly like a stop blocking. Like, what do I do now? Like I want to do stuff, but there's always other things you can do, and like
definitely. It's just like bit by bit, really. You just have to know yourself well, and just know like, okay, this is realistically what I can do, and maybe this we could try like another time, really.
Exactly,
even the fasting thing, Allah did tell us to do fast, like it's obligations for us to do fasting. But even if you're like sick or have a medical condition and stuff like that, Allah didn't pressure us to do it. It's like
100%.
take care of yourself and stuff. But I've seen people who are like super old, can't even walk or like do anything. They're fasting. Why cannot I? Even having a fever. And then one more thing, people always, my parents like, she doesn't eat all the day. She's losing weight. But I tell you, in my whole life, the month of Ramadan, I was fasting. I always gain weight.
Really?
I never ever lose weight. This is also like a barakat from Allah. I never ever lose weight. Even if I don't gain it, I don't lose it.
That's really good. I feel like mostly you always just lose weight. I think you don't even keep track of it. It's just when people just say, people say, "Oh, you've lost weight," but like
but it doesn't. Okay, guys. So thank you, all of you, and all of our listeners and viewers across all the social media. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe on our YouTube page as well, and also Revive FM UK. Keep tuning in. Have a great day. This was your host Ishrat, Mariam, and Khadija. Let's see you next time.
Enjoy your
day.
Assalamu alaikum.
This iftari is sponsored by the Wahbeh restaurant in Gants Hill, Ilford, and Plashett Carpets in Upton Park.
اللهم صل وسلم وبارك على سيدنا ومولانا محمد النبي الأمي وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. اللهم إني لك صمت وبك آمنت وعليك توكلت وعلى رزقك أفطرت. وصلى الله تعالى على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين.
الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله. أشهد أن محمدًا رسول الله. أشهد أن محمدًا رسول الله. حي على الصلاة. حي على الصلاة. حي على الفلاح. حي على الفلاح. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. لا إله إلا الله.
اللهم صل على سيدنا ومولانا محمد وعلى آله في الأولين. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه في الآخرين. اللهم صل وسلم وبارك على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه في الملأ الأعلى إلى يوم الدين. اللهم رب هذه الدعوة التامة والصلاة القائمة آت سيدنا ومولانا محمد الوسيلة والفضيلة والدرجة الرفيعة وابعثه مقاما محمودا الذي وعدته وارزقنا شفاعته يوم القيامة إنك لا تخلف الميعاد.
This iftari is sponsored by the Wahbeh restaurant in Gants Hill, Ilford and Plashet Carpets in Upton Park.